This is on r/marriage, and it says, should I go forward with marriage? Sexual incompatibility in counseling. Okay. I have a great, compassionate relationship with my girlfriend, but there has always been a sexual attraction issue. Due to visa issues, she needs to marry me basically now or leave the country, never to see me again. Ooh, I understand. I understand that legal stuff is, it's tough. She said we can get marriage counseling, and I'm not opposed. However, I feel we should have gotten this straightened out a long time ago and not jump into marriage and hope that counseling will work. We have always had other people living in our house, and for the past couple days, the house has been empty. So she has been much more willing to try new things in the bedroom that we never did before. But I'm still nervous that we are doing all of this last minute. Mosquito, leave me alone. Neither of us have low libidos, but I have trouble being excited about her body. Okay, we've been together 7 years, and this has been an ongoing issue for years. I'm terrified to lose her forever. She was crying tonight at Costco that it will be the last time she sees me eat a hot dog. I don't know, that sounds kind of funny. We've been an emotional wreck for the past few days. Okay, so I'm a little bit, I feel like there's two issues here. So there's the thing that you have to, or you feel like you have to get married with her because of visa issues. If you don't do that, then she's gonna have to go back to her country and never come back, right? Or you're never gonna see her again, or you guys won't be able to live wherever you're living. And then there's the issue of the sex thing that I don't know how is that connected to that. It's just hard because I have so many questions. So it's how long have you guys been together? Oh, it's together 7 years. Okay. So have you always felt like that about her body? Is it just is this a thing that happened recently? Or have you always felt like that? Because also you said that you don't have a low libido. So let me see the comments to have so this person, I don't know, female or male, but he says, I married a man who stopped having sex with me right after the wedding because now he says that he's not attracted to my body because I'm thin and he likes big women. I wish I could travel back in time because knowing what I know now, I wouldn't have married him. It has destroyed my self-esteem and taken a toll on my mental health in so many levels. Everyone deserves to have a spouse who really makes them feel wanted. Please don't do this to her. It will be hard to go through a breakup, but I can promise you that it's way harder to go through a sexless marriage, resentment, and a divorce. So this is a comment from Daydreamer 121212. So then somebody else, no, you will resent or cheat on her because she is not attractive. Choose yourself. That's the answer. Okay. And the OP says, which is the person who posted the question originally, I think it stands for original poster. That sounds funny. I don't know. But can counseling help? Maybe she can get a new wardrobe or something. She was being a lot more sexy in the past couple days. Okay. So somebody asked him, has it occurred to you that she may be acting sexier because she needs this marriage so she can stay in the country? And Opie says, she said it's about a life partner. She doesn't care about marriage. Just that marriage is a path to a life partner. She overstayed her visa, so that's going to be stripped of her when she exits the country. Yeah, that stuff is really, it's a big deal. Okay. So somebody else ask something, and and his answer, the OP says, I'm so scared to wake up and not have her by my side, to wake up to a house with just me. I'm afraid that I could never find another woman that I can have the same emotional connection I feel with her. But I just wonder if counseling or something can be done to turn this compassionate relationship into a consummate one. Consummate, I don't know. At the same time, I'm afraid to go into marriage to get counseling and take the chance that it might not work. Time is not on our side. We can't get the counseling before the marriage. Her flight leaves tomorrow. Oh, okay. So she's leaving tomorrow. Oh my God. Okay. I feel the situation is, this is another comment. I feel the situation is just hard. There's no easy route. God, this life is so difficult sometimes. She just told me this could be the last night I wrap her up in the blanket and kiss her. I do that every night before sleeping. I'm just a wreck. Oh. I don't have a fulfilling career, but I make pretty good money. Don't have too many friends, to be honest. There's probably some self-esteem issues. Outside of this, I need some individual counseling regardless of the outcome. The reason I say that I love her so much is that she has allowed me to try going on dates with other girls when she's out of the country. Okay. I've gone on quite a few. None of them ever went past a first date. I never had a connection with any of them like I have with her. I always go back to her. I'm 30. This is my second long-term relationship. The other one lasted maybe 2 years. She's 41, and this is her first long-term relationship. Wow, this guy has a lot to say. We didn't even realize counseling was a thing. I spoke with my friend who said he had marriage counseling with his wife and it helped their marriage a lot. My girlfriend has been living in China most of her relationship, with several stints in the USA, the longest being right now at 7 months. We aren't sexless for the past few days. We've been having sex and trying new stuff. She feels it's unfair because we never had a chance to be alone. There were always roommates in the picture. But as of yesterday, we have a home just to ourselves. But I had to admit that I'm fantasizing about other women when we have sex. Wow, okay. There's more. Her libido has never been the issue. She wants sex with me. The issue isn't even my libido. I like having sex. It's just that I have arousal issues with her because I didn't feel she was a woman. She has a womanly figure, but I might just have unrealistic fantasies about what a woman should look like. Maybe. So it sounds like you love her emotionally, but you don't want to really have sex with her. Like, you don't really feel like sexual attraction. But I'm a little bit confused because you said that she was most of the time, I think she was like living in China, so she was like in another country. And when she's out of the country, she lets you go on dates. But I never went beyond a first date. What was the purpose of the dates? Was it like to hook up or something? Like, she isn't the materialistic type. Doesn't care if we have a wedding. Would just do it at the courthouse. Said if we divorced, she would leave the country and wouldn't ask for anything. About our entire relationship of 7 years, her body has been an issue, or face. It's not a weight issue, but she just never had a womanly figure. I mentioned previously she has a baby face. Okay. All I can say is when I go to a new place, I just think about her being with me to witness it too. When I go to the gym and run on the treadmill and she's home sleeping. I just dream about her sleeping at home. I can't explain why I did things this way. Stupidity, maturity, uncertain, probably a myriad of reasons. Long distance relationship is also strained. We live across the world from each other. Yeah. Okay, let's read this last comment from OP. Neither of us are at our physical optimum right now, but I have to say there are issues that are not only because of weight issues. Some of it is facial features. She has a baby face. Okay, it seems like the baby face is like an issue. Okay, one last. Yes, regardless of what happens, I will work on myself to lose weight. With that said, yes, there's been sex for 7 years, but most of that time I have spent imagining I'm doing it with someone else. Also, note we live in different countries, so there has been quite a bit of long distance where we were not together, where we probably have sex 2 to 3 times a month on average. She says because we always had roommates, it was too difficult. Now that I have a house of my own with no roommates, it will be easier to do. Finally, yesterday we had some time together alone, and she has done new stuff. But I think a combination of weight and attraction is affecting my performance. Something that I've learned, so there's this thing that is called Tantra. And it's like this perspective from, I'm gonna sound really ignorant, but like some place. I don't know if it's like from India or like, it's not Western, right? It's like this perspective like of sex that is really, really different than the perspective that most people have. And it talks about how, I read books on it, like there's like a lot of Tantra teachers or teachers that teach people to like heal their blockages or their stuff around sex. And the perspective is that what I've learned from all of that stuff from Tantra is that sex problems, right, or sex incompatibility or libido or all of the stuff that we consider like wrong or like not working well, or everything that is kind of like related with sex is not really about sex. Because in Tantra, the perspective is that we as human beings, we have something called sexual energy, right? And the perspective is that sexual energy is, they call it like, if I'm not mistaken, like they call it like the life force or like life force energy. So it's like the energy that is in the universe that creates life. And that's what sexual energy is. And that's why the sexual energy is so strong, and it's so like, it's like, you know, like we know from physics, like you can't destroy energy or create it, you just transform it. And we all have like sexual energy, right? If you're human, you have sexual energy. That's pretty much the perspective of Tantra. And the energy kind of like needs like a way to be, sorry, my hair is like bothering me. The energy kind of like needs a way to be expressed or like come out. Or like flow, like it needs like a pathway, or it needs like a way to like move through, like it needs to be used or expressed or something. Because if the energy is like, energy is for it has a purpose, right? And when we don't use it, or when we block it, or when we push it down, that creates like troubles in our lives, either sexually or in other areas of our lives, because everything is like, it's like this perspective that we are a whole human being, right? So everything is holistic and everything is connected. So oftentimes a problem in our society, and the problem that we can have as people, is that we have all this like stories and all this narratives and all this stuff and all these concepts about what sex is, what sex is supposed to be, like how we're supposed to be as sexual beings, how you're supposed to be if you're a man, how you're supposed to be if you're a woman, why you're not allowed. Like there's like a lot of shame, a lot of taboo, like a lot of stuff around sex. And in some ways, because of like Tantra perspective, it's because the sexual energy is, like, as I said, like the life force. It's like the origin of everything, of the universe, something like that. Like all of the problems, like I've heard this quote that says like all of the evil and all of the good of the world comes from sex, kind of a thing. Like, I'm gonna botch this so bad, but there's a quote, I think in Buddhism, that I heard a while ago from some master person that said, please forgive me, I don't know if I can find the quote, I don't think I can, but like it was something like that you can really know the deep core character aspects of a person if you know what are they aroused by, like what do they get aroused to, if that, I think aroused to, I don't know. So it's this perspective that like, because it's like the life force and the life energy, like everything goes back to that, you know, like what do you find sexually arousing, or like what do you find sexually attractive, and like how do you express that sexual energy, what do you do with that sexual energy, like what do you connect that sexual energy with, right? And how much space you make for that sexual energy, and like do you direct it in a way that is aligned with, that has integrity with who you are and who you truly are. So sometimes we can have like a lot of like chaos inside of us, where like, for example, that's what I hear in this message, in this post. It's like this person has a lot of chaos. So it's like there's like, I love this person, but I also don't want to have sex with them and their body and whatever. And I went on dates, but I didn't have the connection that I was looking for in these dates. And I love this person so much, and I want to like fix this, but I also don't know how to fix it. Like all of this chaos is like, in ways, it's because like the sexual energy is like not aligned properly. Like it's not connected, like it's not aligned, you know, like, and that's where integrity comes in, where integrity is so important. Whereas like integrity is about like aligning that everything that we do, everything that we say, everything that we think, and everything that we feel is aligned with our core being. It's aligned with who I am. So what I hear from this is like there's like a disconnection, or there's like something off, in the sense that like it sounds to me like you do love this girl, like you love this woman, you know? And it's like you feel this, but your sexual energy is going somewhere else, and you feel like you can control it, and you're like, oh, how do I make my feelings of love for this person align with my sexual desire or my sexual energy, so everything can be in integrity within myself. And that's probably where you feel like so chaotic and so lost, and like, you know, you feel like there's like so many different parts of you that feel different, right? Like a part of you wants to be with her and wants to make her happy, but another part of you, like maybe like the sexual part of you, is like, no, but I want to go somewhere else. And it's like, and that can create, you know, a lot of stress, a lot of emotions, a lot of chaos internally. So saying all that with that perspective, I don't know, like I cannot really tell you. I just know that I see a lot of chaos, in the sense of like with the integrity issue. And I don't say integrity like to shame you or something. Integrity is not really about, it's not about other people, right? Integrity is not about, okay, so like I said to so-and-so that I was going to meet them at the library at this time, and then I go. Of course, that's like, in an external way, that's integrity, right? But integrity is much more a deeper perspective of like, am I being truthful with myself? Am I being honest with myself? And do my feelings, my thoughts, my actions, my perspective, my behavior, and my words, do that align with who I am, with who I know deep inside I am? You know, like you know deep inside, I think, You know, I don't know you, but this is me guessing and assuming. If you know deep inside, I know that this woman is a woman that I love, and I know that I can find somebody else, whatever, but I'm not able to express that like fully because, like, you know, like sex of course is a big part of romantic relationships, right? Not all relationships, but specifically romantic relationships or romantic sexual relationships, and you're not able to do that, and there's something there. And I feel like you need to really look into like what is there, like what is going on with you, right? Like what is going on like with you, like, you know, and go deeper. Like that's the whole thing. It's like you need to go deeper, because I have a feeling that it's not about her body, it's not about her face, her baby face, it's not about that, even though it could be, right? But something also that I learned from all of this stuff of like Buddhism and like Tantra and healing and like the not Western, but I forgot that word. What's that word? Western, Eastern like religion in that perspective that is much different than Western, is that when two people have a very emotional, intimate connection, like emotionally and like spiritually and mentally, right? Sexual attraction is kind of inevitable, you know? So if you feel really connected and intimate with somebody in a non-sexual way, you feel really seen, you feel heard, you feel connected, you know, like not sexually, but you feel connected, there's a connection there, then sexual connection is just like a result of that. So I feel like there's something here if you feel like you feel connected with her, but you're not able to, like something is like, there's like a blockage there, like something is like not flowing properly. So I think that I would suggest like you to like look deeper into like why, and like, you know, like something that you can do is like maybe you can journal, right? Maybe you can talk to somebody about this, not for them to tell you what to do, but just somebody that can listen to you, just so you can like get this out. Because sometimes when things are in our head, right, or there's a lot of stuff going on in our bodies, like in our minds and in our hearts, like there's a lot of stuff or a lot of chaos, a lot of noise. It's like everything is going in circles and it's like trapped into our head, right? So when you can express it to somebody that can make space for you to listen to you, then you can see it more clearly and it's much easier to understand and to break down. Whereas if we don't talk about it, we don't get it out of our system, it's really hard to like figure out what's going on. And remember, like nobody can tell you what's best for you, what to do. You know what I mean? Like no one can tell you. You know. Yeah, just you know. And the purpose of this person is not to tell you what to do or to like label you or to shame you or anything like that. The job of the other person is to listen to you. And it's like they're holding your hand while you walk through that path and like try to go deeper into yourself and like understand yourself, you know. And that person can be a therapist, can be a psychiatrist, can be a friend, can be your mom, can be, you know, random people on the internet, like it can be anyone, right? But just remember, like you need to like really go deeper and like what is going on in here, you know. I think that is the best advice I can give you, because I cannot tell you what to do, you know, like I don't know everything. I don't know you. I don't know your relationship. But I can really see that like there's a lot of chaos here, and like connect with yourself, you know, go deeper, like what is going on, right? Like what do I need, right? So you can do, you know, sharing, talking with someone that can make space for you. Journaling is really good because it like helps us like process what is in here that is like you know, meditation can also really help. There's meditation like for like hypnosis, and like there's meditation like, I don't know if you believe in chakras, but like chakras, like you can do like meditations about like your sexual chakra, your heart chakra, like, you know, like to see like what is the blockage, and just follow your like your spirit and your soul and your heart, whatever you want to call it. And like, yeah, I hope that helps. And I'm really sorry you're here. Like this sounds really like And I'm sorry about like all the visa stuff. Like that stuff is so stressful and like, whoo, you know, it adds stress to the stress, and that's terrible. Okay.